Berdyeiev, not ranked.
One of the Baltic republics, former Soviet.
No fingers.
Yes. And all the Eastern Bloc countries and former Soviet countries are very strong in their Greco programs. We've seen Kazakhstan tonight, all right, Azerbaijan already tonight. Here's Belarus again, and Russian.
Action blue.
They're very, very strong in the Greco programs.
Berdyeiev is one of the youngest guys in this tournament. He was wrestling juniors at the World Championships last year.
No fingers.
It's amazing nod of confidence by the Federation to put him in the world with the senior division guys. Obviously, he's capable. He's here for the bronze medal.
Blue, action. No fingers, okay? Давай.
Guys wrist pummeling, trying to figure out what they can get a hold of to break the balance.
Contact.
And attack that body and get somebody on the mat. There's a nice little 2-on-1. Gets him to step out. 1 point for the Russian. Got a little break in balance, attacked the hips and got him to the zone and forced him to step out. The Belarus gives up 1 point. Again, both guys hanging in that 2-on-1.
Contact blue, action.
Verbal warning on a blue wrestler again. Open up and take hold. He's down by 1 point in the first period. Hanging on that 2-on-1. See if he can return the favor and score on the Russian. We're going to see the passivity call here on blue, I think. Feel it coming. 2 minutes in to this first period. Now there's a verbal warning for red. Wants him to open up, take a hold.
No fingers.
Nice off balance by the Russian. Digging and using those underhooks very, very well. Stepping in with those feet and those hips to move the Belarusian around. There's the body tip. Double underhooks, body lock. That should be a 2-point takedown for the Russian. Got double underhooks, attacked the waist, and ran the Belarusian over.
Let up, Red. Let it up.
KURAK doing a nice job from Russia, controlling the tempo of this match. The Belarusian hanging again in the 2-on-1 and that wrist tie. There's the end of the first period.
We haven't heard that whistle yet tonight for the end of the first period. we were due for one, weren't we?
Yeah, I think we were.
So a 3-0 lead for the Russian KURAK. Mentioned KURAK not ranked coming into this tournament. His teammate Denisov was, though. He was 6th. As we go back to that 2-on-1, and you see the
2-on-1 to a front headlock, and then just runs him over. This is the step out right here. There's the point.
Yes, right.
Blue athlete steps out. Here's the underhook, double underhook. There's the twist, attacks, and the Belarusian thinks better of trying to throw and bails out to give up only 2 instead of 4.
Live to fight another day.
Definitely don't want to, in an 8-point match, as closely as these guys are matched up, you don't want to give up 4 points. It's tough ground to make back up. Guys pushing and pulling, jockeying for position again. A lot of hand fighting and wrist pummeling going on. BERDYIEU has some work to do. He has got to find a way to get a hold of this Russian and get him to the mat, or at least make him look passive and get a chance on top to potentially score from the parterre position. I don't think the Russians even had there's a nice arm drag attempt by the Russian. KURAK. Gonna get a blue passive against the Belarusian again.
Blue, action.
Expect to see him go back to the parterre position.
Position.
Position of disadvantage for the Belarusian here. He's going to try and get to the mat as quickly as possible and prevent the Russian from getting a lock around his body. The Russian gets a lock, and then jump the gun there.
Red. No attention. Okay? Blue position. Contact. Blue open.
Now he wants the blue to spread his arms out and open. There's the Russian trying to get that lock. There's the lock. Now let's see if he can do anything with it. The Belarusian lunging forward, trying to make it difficult for KURAK to get his balance and get anything going here. Can't let him crawl out of bounds. They'll start. There's a lift. Nice front body lift. We'll try and get him up, and the referee's seen enough.
Good job there by BERDYIEU to fend it off.
Very, very good defense. And once you get that high off the mat there, it can be hard to stop. There's a step out again, 1 point for the Russian. That's the second time. It's cost him 2 points in this match, in a very close match, stepping out of bounds.
Now you
Might
see
say this was a push.
See the chairman, there's the judge,
Yes, but he's
and the
running
chairman,
back.
and now the discussion with the referee and the chairman here to see if it was a push out. Now, Randy, obviously, if it's a push out, no points in that situation.
You can't just shove a guy out of bounds and have him step out of bounds and get a point. You have to force the guy to flee the mat under attack, and just shoving him is not an attack. So it felt like the Russian just shoved him and pushed him to get him to step out. There was no real offensive attack going on there, and that's the difference between the first time he stepped out of bounds and this time when he stepped out of bounds.
So the score remains 3-0 for KURAK as we are approaching 1:30 to go in this second period. The battle for bronze at 71.
Here's a nice body lock attempt by the Russian. He's got that underhook now. BERDYIEU, the Belarus, burying his head a little bit. Doesn't like that underhook position. There's the passivity. 1 point for the Russian for passivity on the Belarusian BERDYIEU.
Up or down. Position. In the mid. Center.
It has been KURAK who has been the aggressor. You heard the referee talk to BERDYIEU there before he took his position about running around. Just has not had any offensive opportunities in this bout.
Open blue.
It's been all KURAK.
Belarus doing his best to prevent KURAK from getting a lock
Red, continue.
for as long as he can. And he launches forward. There it is. You're going to get about 20 seconds to go to work in the parterre position and make something happen. A little bit of blood on the shoulder of KURAK, but nothing to worry about for the referee.
No fingers. Blue, head up.
Less than a minute to go in the match. 4-0 for KURAK from Russia. And he's really been in control of this match from the start. BERDYIEU, Belarus needs to really get something working here. He's got to start feeling some desperation here with 30 seconds left in the match.
Continue.
Trying
blue,
to snap down front headlock. The Russian's not having it.
Blue, attention. Foul, okay?
It's warning him for snapping that head down and not having an arm in the lock. In wrestling, international wrestling, you have to have an arm in any kind of a front headlock like that. There's a flying squirrel attempt. The Russian's not having it. He just chucked it to the side.
That's usually how the flying squirrel ends up, flat like that.
Absolutely.
So KURAK of Russia, the 30-year-old, solid today. He picks up the bronze. It's his first world medal at this tournament. He lost in the second round a year ago. He was a gold medalist in the 2014 European Championships, but he was rugged, he was physical, and he set his tone up